Avoid the company of liars, but if you can't, don't believe them. Before preparing to improve the world, first look around your own home 3 times. Learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Guessing is cheap, but guessing wrong can be expensive. If you want your children to have a peaceful life, let them suffer a little hunger and a little cold. Get together like brothers, but work together like strangers. Lack of intelligence is the greatest poverty. The wisest person is the one who can forgive. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. In a book of many words, there is bound to be a mistake. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. The best answer comes from the person who is not angry. Married couples tell each other 1,000 things without saying a word. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. A little impatience will spoil great plans. Avoid things that will require an apology. You will know your friend in time of need. Ask your purse what you should buy. A secret is like a dove. When it leaves my hand, it takes wings. The person who is his own master cannot tolerate another boss. Put distance between you and everything dirty. If speaking is of silver, then silence is of gold. An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. Better the cottage where one is merry than the palace where one weeps. It's better to be without a book than to believe a book entirely. If you're unable to reward, then make sure to thank. Discipline your son when he's young, and be his friend when he's grown. There are 2 kinds of perfect people, those who are dead and those who have not yet been born. A book holds a house of gold. Anger begins with madness, but ends in regret. A known mistake is better than an unknown truth. Wishing does not make a poor man rich. The people who talk the best are not the ones who tell the most interesting stories. The richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Think about your own faults during the first half of the night and the faults of others during the second half. Genius can be recognized by its childish simplicity. Tomorrow is close if you have patience. Think of your exit before you enter. Laugh and the whole world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. If you have an opinion, you better be determined. Get together like brothers, but work together like strangers. Being alone is better than being with someone bad. Ripe fruit falls by itself, but it doesn't fall into your mouth. All things change, and we change with them. A crisis is an opportunity, riding on a dangerous wind. If you want to avoid being cheated, ask for prices at 3 different shops. It is not the knowing that is difficult, but the doing. It is easy to open a shop, but hard to keep it open. small men think they are small. Great men never know they are great. The more acquaintances you have, the less well you know them. Wealth comes like a turtle and leaves like a gazelle. Close the door that brings in the wind and relax. When it comes to the stomach, the mind is lost. Jealousy is nothing more than a fear of abandonment. Examine what is said, not he who speaks. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. A clear conscience never fears midnight knocking. It takes a man to swallow an insult. He who cheats the earth will be cheated by the earth. 100 no's are less agonizing than one insincere yes. 2 good talkers are not worth 1 good listener. Visit rarely, and you will be loved more. Lying is a disease. Truth is the cure. Keeping a secret is a commitment. It's better to fix what you have than wait to get what you don't have. He who digs a pit for his brother falls into it. If you are charitable, you are rich. The saddest person is an envious person. A paradise without people is not worth stepping foot in. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. No matter how tall a mountain is, it cannot block the sun. A clever person turns great troubles into little ones, and little ones into none at all. A man without a smiling face must not open a shop. He whose house is made of glass should not throw stones. Forgetting is the plague of knowledge. Do not delay today's work for tomorrow. Solve 1 problem and keep 100 others away. Do everything at the right time, and one day will seem like 3. Want a thing long enough, and you won't. Learning is a weightless treasure you can carry easily. Distant water does not put out a nearby fire. Listening well is as powerful as talking well, and is essential to true conversation. Patience is a bitter plant, but its fruit is sweet. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Even a hare will bite when it is cornered. Speaking is not seeing. The house of a tyrant is a ruin. It's better to avoid mistakes altogether than to do something you need to apologize for later. The rope of lies is short. Planning is half of living. Give your friends your money and your blood, but don't justify yourself. Your enemies won't believe it, and your friends won't need it. In haste, there is regret, but in patience and care, there is peace and safety. Falseness lasts an hour, the truth lasts forever. Be patient, and you'll get what you want. Beware the level-headed person if he's angry. A divided house cannot stand. Silence is the sign of approval. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high, and we miss it, but that is it too low, and we hit it. To know another is not to know the person's face, but to know the person's heart. Never trust a woman who has had sex with your enemy. Do not believe that you will reach your destination without leaving the shore. A needle is not sharp at both ends. A fall into a ditch makes one wiser. Treat everyone as if receiving a guest. Experience is a comb that nature gives us when we are bald. A man who cannot tolerate small misfortunes can never accomplish great things. One will not attain everything he wishes for. The winds blow where they will, not where the ships wish. The monkey is a gazelle in the eyes of its mother. Opinion comes before bravery. If the wind blows, ride it. Go with the lesser of two evils. Experimentation is the greatest science. Necessity is the mother of invention. If you look younger than your age, it means that you have to face the difficulties of the time very well. Determination is the key to everything. The fruit of silence is tranquility. Arrogance is a weed that grows mostly on a dunghill.